how hard it would be raising our daughter with a savings account that was empty and no immediate solutions. But let me go back for a minute to explain. Before having our daughter, my husband and I, we both did well financially. And I would never say that having our daughter changed this. But several things occurred during this time that did. Being on maternity pay was definitely one of them. They really don't offer you enough to get by. But by combining it with my husband's income, knowing we had money in savings, it made that time okay. So after maternity leave ended, I began looking for part-time work here and there, small things that I could do with my daughter in tow. While I had always had full intentions on going back to work after my maternity leave ended, that all changed the moment I held my baby. I knew that there was just no way that I could ever leave her, and I was determined to find a way to stay home and be her mom. My part-time work didn't bring in much, but it helped a bit. My husband did okay, but I was never in a situation where I could rely solely on his income at that time. So while things were tight, we did what we could to get by. Then, in the fall of 2009, my husband got laid off from his job. We stayed calm, he looked for work immediately, and we chipped away at savings. He started a new job right away, and with confidence that we were back on track, we paid our bills. What we could have never predicted was that his second layoff was within weeks. This left us with nothing left and nothing coming in. While he took action once again, so did I. But everything takes time, and even a week without more than change to buy milk is an eternity with a toddler in the house. You can imagine how I felt as a mother, knowing that I couldn't buy groceries. I was literally Googling the food bank and applying for more work as I waited for my internet to get turned off. With 6 part-time jobs, almost all of them with my daughter in tow, I started looking into direct sales. I needed to be able to bring in real money and do it while also being a mom. Most of all, I needed something with little or no investment. And when I found Avon, it sounded too good to be true. While I really didn't have more than change put together to get started, I knew it was worth it as I needed every opportunity I could to bring in extra income. Zig Ziglar once said, "When obstacles arise, you change your direction to reach your goal. You don't change your decision to get there." I believe this is what got me started with Avon, and that's what kept me going no matter how bad things got. So, I sat down with the district sales manager getting started, feeling anxious and scared. I was handing over money that was so desperately needed. I promised myself and my husband that I'd make it back right away, no matter what it took. The DM asked me to make a list of my goals. I remember writing them down and knowing immediately what they were. I wrote it in a notebook that I still keep today. The first thing, to never not be able to buy milk for our daughter. It sounded simple, but in that moment, it meant everything to me. I remember as the DM was leaving, she said, "Now I'm leaving tomorrow for the Dominican Republic on an Avon trip, but we'll connect as soon as I get back." Then she proceeded to smile and say, "Just think, you could be coming with me on next year's trip." Hearing those words infuriated me. I almost slammed the door and threw her off my porch. How could she tease me like that? Like, how ridiculous to think that in 1 year I could go from being dead broke to traveling the world. Why would she mock me like that? But I didn't realize that in that very moment I had unleashed a powerful journey. I didn't realize the seeds of empowerment that that DM had just planted in me. I didn't know my potential, nor did I understand what capabilities my Avon business gave me. But I did know my reason why. I knew why I needed to work hard, and I knew why I needed to make this work. So you can all imagine where things went from there. I worked quickly to achieve unit leader in my second campaign, and the bonus I received there sparked my passion for leadership, as I knew being a busy mom that this would be my ticket to better things. I achieved advanced unit leader 9 months after that, and here's where my story gets really exciting. Just over 1 year from my start with Avon, I earned a trip to Barbados. I was 7 months pregnant at the time, so almost didn't make the trip, with our second daughter, and I just remember how excited I was. And as I walked through the lobby of the beautiful Hilton Hotel in Barbados and out onto the beach, There stood the DM that helped me get started with arms wide open. She hugged me and she said, "I knew you'd be here with me." It was so surreal in that moment because I knew right then and there just how far I had come in 1 year. How much progress that I'd made with my business, and how life-changing this was for me and my family. This was it. This was something that I never wanted to let go of, and I knew that it had only just begun. It was around this time that I actually sat down with my husband and we talked about me taking a leap of faith and going full force with Avon, and only Avon. Giving up all these other part-time jobs and really making this happen. It was actually my husband's suggestion, and with faith in me, he felt that it was a risk worth taking. I thought it was nerve-wracking, but I felt fired up and motivated to create a far more secure maternity leave than the government had provided me with my first. So my goal, to achieve executive leader by the time I was holding our second baby. So it was funny because I sat there 5 days overdue, and I called my division manager and I said, "What day is this campaign going to finalize? Am I going to know if I hit it or not? I'm a week overdue almost, and I fear this baby's not going to come until I hear the news." And that day I gave birth. And not too long after, I received the call that I had hit executive leader. So let me ask you this. How many women can give birth and receive a career promotion in the same week? Most women feel that they're being subtly replaced or set back, and I was moving forward. I got a bonus that set me up to care for my newborn without a moment of stress. I had residual income coming in that gave me weeks to re-energize, to take care of our new daughter and my family. And I thanked God every day for Avon. It was at this time that I fully married myself to the business. My commitment was always strong, but at this stage, Avon became a part of me and a part of my family. It had been there through the worst of times, and it always got us through. It was the only job out of 7 that I originally had that I was still doing, and it was paying me more than all of the others combined. It empowered me, and it gave me confidence before I knew I had it. And having put in hours of work on a whim and a prayer, on a total leap of faith, it was totally worth it. I remember when I graduated, our guest speaker said, "You'll know you found the real deal one day when you wake up and you love what you do, and when it doesn't feel like work at all." And I always wondered how real that was. Avon proved to me that every word of that is real. I spend every day supporting women and changing lives. I help to provide happiness to our customers through wonderful products. I get to represent a company rich in history and be part of its future. I've gotten to travel lots. I've enjoyed experiences that money can't buy. I get to set an example for my 2 daughters every day. And I get to do something that makes me feel like I belong and I'm appreciated. Now, while it seems like this is where my story should end, because how can it get any better? There's more, and I don't believe it will ever end. I've since, as Christina said, achieved senior executive leader. And this achievement alone brought in over $8,000. So imagine that girl who started this business with change, paying cash for her property tax for the entire year, and also going to buy a new vehicle that week. Avon has changed my life and given me the opportunity to be the mother I always envisioned I would be, to be the wife and financial partner I want to be for my husband, and the woman that I want to be in this world. This isn't a hobby or a part-time job. This is my life. Avon gives me the ability to be home with my girls, to make mortgage payments on our very first home, and to put money into a savings account each month. I am truly dedicated to this business and thankful for this company. The potential it offers each and every woman that walks through the door is tremendous. And I hope all of you know what gift you have to offer and how powerful your role is in this company. I know that the seeds planted by my managers were priceless in giving me the best start. Their understanding about my circumstances and their patience in the amount of time that I had as a mother was key. So whether you're a new rep starting today, a leader, a district manager, or the CEO, I think it's powerful to think that we should all be working together with one common goal. The goal should be to protect and promote the well-being of over 125 years of empowering women. This company benefits each of us in one way or another, or we wouldn't be here. I can only imagine how many lives Avon has affected in the past and how many more it's going to affect going forward. Each woman only has one chance at making the most of her life and her everyday activities. Working together to make sure this opportunity is always available to women everywhere is so powerful. Working together to make sure our affordable and amazing products are available to women everywhere is so important. This room is the future of Avon Canada, and it's our responsibility to create the future of its success. I'm going to leave you with something that I always tell my leaders. What you do each and every day is an amazing opportunity. You get to give out gifts to everyone that you see. So imagine a gift, beautifully wrapped, with a big bow. Bigger than that bow. And what is so unique about these gifts is that even without knowing the person that you're giving it to, it's perfectly customized for them. It offers them exactly what they need, should they choose to accept it. It might be the ability to meet new people in their community. It might be $100 a month for groceries. It might be an income that allows them to stay home with their kids. It might be an income that allows them to stay home with a sick family member. Maybe it's a new car for a single mom. It could be the gift of confidence and empowerment. And maybe, just maybe, it's an income of $50,000 a year for the devastated and scared mother who once couldn't afford milk.